everybody, and welcome to Four Weebs, That Anime Podcast. The anime where we pick some animes and then talk about them to each other, and it's super fun times. So, thank you for joining us. My name is Veda, and I pick the animes, so I will be your host for this week. And I've had enough of your fanboying. Take it away, Leah.
My name is Leah. I don't have a quote planned.
That's okay.
I don't have much to say at this time.
Pathetic.
Solid.
How could you?
Sorry.
How could you ruin it?
I'm sorry.
For shame.
Fine, I like my Shonen Ai boys to be singing Wet in the Rain.
Oh.
That's about as exciting as our end, my god.
Yeah, it is, actually. Yeah. Alright.
But we'll talk about that after.
Yeah.
My name's Becca, and you really can't put a price on a deep throat. That's some sewing humor for you, because I sew occasionally.
Oh god.
And I'm probably the only one that gets that
I
joke.
get it. No, I get it. Oh my god.
I almost said that to a customer the other day. Liam?
Oh.
That's pretty good.
All
It's
right.
even better because I get it. Sorry.
I found a friend of mine showed me some really great literature the other day, so I'm just
Oh,
gonna
no.
read a bit of it.
Uh-oh.
And then
Oh, no.
Romeo-kun and Juliet-chan inevitably committed the seppuku. Sugoi, what light through the window comes, des? It is the east, and my waifu is the sun.
I swear to
Did
fucking
Kokoro
God, if this is another
Doki
5
till
minutes
now?
of deaths, I'm
Forswear
gonna
it,
kill you.
sight.
Kokoro.
I'm gonna
For
come
I
across
near
the city.
saw true kawaii till this night. Oh, Romeo-kun, Romeo-kun. Dushiti art thou, Romeo-kun. Deny thou, Otu-san, and refuse thy name, or if thou jine, but be sworn my daisuki,
What?
and I'll no longer be a Capulet-sama.
Holy shit.
Where do you find
Wow.
this?
Literature
That one came
on
from
the
Reddit,
internet.
but a friend sent
Oh
it
my
to
god.
me.
Oh boy.
That
Dace.
was bad.
Stace.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I think
Wow.
my favorite part of that one... they committed the seppuku is pretty good.
mm-hmm.
Did my Kokoro Doke till now? Forswear it.
That is pretty stellar. Thank you for that.
I enjoyed that
Beautiful.
thoroughly. Thank you, Liam.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Lee
Thanks.
always comes with the dramatic
Thanks.
readings.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Thanks to the friend that sent that. So
Yeah.
Veda,
Yeah.
tell us about what we watched.
This week I decided we were gonna watch Shonen Ai animes, which is basically just boys love.
Boy love.
For those of you who don't know. So, yay! I got to torture everyone, sort of, this week.
You're assuming that boy love tortures us, Veda.
The way you reacted last week, I don't know if it's assuming or just.
Hey, this
It
is
has
better.
nothing to do with boy love itself. It's just that Shonen Ai tends to be just not good.
Pretty bad. That's fair. No, I know.
Hey,
I'm
this
aware.
is definitely better than the last Shonen Ai
Hey, that's
episode
Oh.
we did.
that's a
Yeah.
plus.
Hey,
Positive.
Super Lovers was a beautiful display of affections between two brothers, one of which is too young to make any true choices for himself.
That's
Also,
not
a shower jerking off scene.
That's-
So,
so positive.
Becca was satisfied. That's what
Yeah,
counts.
that's true.
hey, I watched the entire first season, so it couldn't have been
Season
that
2's
bad.
coming out
I don't
soon,
know
not
Becca.
how
keep
you did it,
watching it.
Becca.
I'm not gonna have anything to do with that show anymore. I quit.
Aw, come on.
You're not even gonna try
Season
season
two?
2?
You liar.
No.
You know you're gonna watch it.
Probably.
Maybe I'll make you watch it.
In the darkness of my own house, in my bedroom, I'll be like, no one will know if I don't tell them.
Except for the government.
Watches 10
Oh.
minutes. Oh my god, guys, guess what's going on?
Yeah.
It's Super Lovers season 2. More
Yeah.
shower
You
jerking
love it,
scenes.
Becca. You love it.
No.
Mm-hmm. Anyways,
No.
so I figured we could talk about the good one first this week.
Oh, before
So-
I forget,
Much work.
that
Mhm.
important announcement for all weebs.
Okay.
Get body pillows for your cats, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
say.
Isn't
Very
that picture
important.
just so cute?
So
Cats
cute. We'll
can have
post it.
waifus too.
Super adorable.
Your cat deserves a waifu.
They came from the same
Or
person
husbando.
that sent me the Romeo-chan and Juliet-kun story.
Well, thank you, random
Cute cat
person.
just spooning with its body pillow.
Fucking Redditors.
All right.
So,
Veda?
Becca and Liam watched the good anime this week,
Yee.
and It is Sekai Ichi Hatsukoi, or World's Greatest First Love. Ritsu Onodera quit working for his father's company and transferred to work at the publishing company Murakawa Shoten. To his dismay, he's assigned to edit shoujo manga, in which he has no interest or experience. He works with a strict boss, Takano, that he has trouble getting along with from the beginning. But Onodera later discovers that he knows Takano from his past, and that's where the description ends. Nice cliffhanger for you.
Solid.
So, do you guys want to give us your initial thoughts on this show?
Liam, do you want to start us up?
This isn't really my genre.
That's fair.
But it was pretty decent. I did hear a little bit about this before from... I have a friend that has actually written her own shonenai. I think, well, last time I talked to her about it, she initially released it as a yaoi, but she said it was more like shonenai, and apparently this show was one of her favorite shows.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
I wasn't a huge fan of the animation. There just wasn't really exciting about it, but I kind of forgave it because the show was, heavily focused on characters and story, and it delivered in that sense.
Oh, good.
That's my initial impression.
Becca?
They all got really weird eyes, man.
Yeah, the eyes.
Yeah.
Those eyes.
That was my first impression. This kind of is a little bit Shiki. It almost feels like the first 3 episodes are just a bit of a taster of what you're about to get into.
Oh, you think?
And, well, it didn't really... usually the 3rd episode leaves off... Well, this one had a bit of a cliffhanger, but usually there's more lead-up to the cliffhanger. I don't know. I have a few issues with, how the story unfolds, where I'm that doesn't make any sense at all. So, I'm kind of a little bit on the fence about this one. I mean, it's no Super Lovers, so...
Yeah, but it still gets, it's no Super Lovers, and it's no Gravitation, but, the older male character still pretty much, forces himself onto the younger male character.
But the younger male character is, 26, so in that way it's classier and cleaner.
It's not like he's
not borderline legal.
14.
Yeah. Maybe it's just when I hit the trash, I really enjoy the trash for a while until I'm so offended by it that I have to finish watching it in order to hate watch it. This one was too classy for me, Veda. That's the problem.
Oh, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
even the forced kisses were very chaste, and we didn't actually see
At least you guys got some. Whoa. Dear God.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. 3 forced rapey kisses. And a partridge in a pear tree.
It's something. You should write a whole version of that.
I don't want to, Veda.
You should, though.
I'll think about it.
Come on.
Yeah, that's a Christmas carol I could actually stand.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe we can make one for Christmas.
I like this
version.
idea.
Yes.
I like this idea, too.
For our Christmas episode.
Who's going to be on vocals and who gets to play the tambourine? I want to play the tambourine, I'm kidding.
Oh, I want to play the tambourine.
Can we all just play tambourines?
Well, then no one's singing.
I'll sing.
There we go.
That'll be great. Liam will sing.
Okay.
Dash will do backup vocals.
Meow, 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 meow. Anyway, we're getting off topic. Do you guys
Thanks for meowing, everybody.
Do you guys want to tell us some more about the meat of the show, maybe?
Yes,
sure. Your impressions were?
Well, let's
do you really want to bring up meat in a shonenai?
Yeah, I do.
Discussion?
Yes.
All right.
Well, let's give them a bit of plot here. I like the kind of the core of the show. I guess is kind of like a comedy about the main character. His father owns a successful publishing company.
Yep.
So he's always the character's always been around books and worked for his father's company, and some people gave him a hard time for just having a good job because his father owns the company.
Yeah.
And out of spite, he kind of quit that job and went to work for a manga company. But
where he got in the shonenai division.
He gets thrown into the shoujo division.
Sorry, I didn't pay attention.
Everyone that works at the shoujo division is a young handsome boy.
As is tradition.
Right, obviously.
But everyone and then at the manga company kind of regards them with this weirdness where they're they're all really weird and they're always
awkward.
they start off at the beginning of like the month production cycle super energetic and happy, and then by the end they're all just like zombies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, wait, this isn't what I wanted. And then the assistant's like, okay, bye. And he's like, what? Why is everyone like unconscious here? So there's like some good funny moments there, and like some other moments where they like visit other manga artists. So it's like cool to see that animated.
I feel like your definition of funny is different than my definition of funny.
I mean, it wasn't like hilarious. It was just like
it didn't even like spark my this is supposed to be funny nerve in my little head. I was just like, this is boring.
I was purposely giving this show a chance because I felt like I kind of give Shonen Ai a bad rap sometimes. But you know, the only one I've seen is like one that's purposely really bad. So or not purposely, it's just like infamously bad.
Yeah.
But you know, like that just like general everyday life comedy wasn't too bad. Didn't like I guess at the very beginning of the show there's a flashback to the boy in high school flirting with or he has like a romantic encounter with his senpai in the library. And then his I guess they like through a few flashbacks throughout the 3 episodes reveal that like they dated for a bit, and then there's kind of a misunderstanding where the young boy thought that the old boy was just like using him and not taking him seriously, so he left him. And then the old boy was just it was just a misunderstanding, and they just kind of had a tragic breakup. But then the older boy ends up being his boss at the manga place, but like his last name has changed since, so the young boy doesn't know right away until his boss tells him, it's like, I definitely know you from somewhere. I'm gonna push you down onto the couch and make out with you now.
Oh dear.
Yabate. Want to add something, Becca?
Yeah.
You pretty much have it covered. There's a whole there's a good episode and a bit though worth of his older buddy being like, no, we definitely know each other, and the young guy being like, you must have me confused for somebody else. And then when you find out in the second episode that they were like lovers in high school, I was just like, bullshit.
How would you not remember?
Well, I was like, how would you not recognize each other to some degree? Like, it's been 10 years, but...
Well, the old guy does.
Yeah, the old guy does. And that's the thing where I'm like... I don't know, it just felt...
The only thing that comes, like,
a bit
close... The only thing that comes close to an excuse is the young guy's like, oh, I'm just an old, jaded adult now.
Yeah, but, like, you would still think that he would recognize somebody that he had that kind of interaction with, and I think it being too forced is exactly it. A lot of the stuff in the show kind of comes off naturally, or at least as naturally as it can in this particular genre, and then that like, oh, he doesn't remember his old lover from high school. I was like, fuck off, like.
It just kind of like pulled you out of it.
Yeah, and that whole thing afterwards, because then when they discover the whole misunderstanding, which they both blame each other for them breaking up.
Oh dear.
Typical. The young guys are like, whatever, I'm a jaded adult now. I don't believe in love. Nobody's ever gonna love me again.
I'm sorry, but like, if you're with someone legit enough that you have a breakup, yeah, you're not gonna forget that.
Yeah.
No.
And especially because it's like supposed to be his first love. So... yeah, he's being all like, I'm young and jaded, and nobody can love me, and I won't let it happen. And then the older dude's like, I'm gonna seduce you, you're gonna say you love me again. And then just, like, walks away, and I was like, now the games begin!
Yeah, I thought that line was, like, good and cheesy.
Yeah.
Maybe in a later episode, the younger guy will be like, oh, I knew the whole time, I just never wanted to admit it. But that's maybe a bit far-fetched.
Yeah, and, like...
Sorry.
And like I guess the fact that I don't remember anybody's name speaks to like how memorable the first 3 episodes were for me. Granted, I've been like watching Shiki nonstop since we last recorded, so I'm kind of more in like bloody vampire death mode right now.
Yep.
Has it been worth it to keep going?
Yes, I've been enjoying it. Yeah.
Haha. There we go.
Because then I will keep going.
Yeah, do it. Do it. But the show, like, it's not like Super Lovers where everything is so over the top that you like, it's like trashy fast food for your head. This kind of felt like it was like a semi-decent home-cooked meal, and that just like makes it not stand out very much to me, if I can compare it to food. I don't have a lot to say about the show, because I was just like, I wanted it to be a little bit better, but I can see what people like about it.
One other plot point that the main character, he just recently like moved into a new apartment, and then his boss ends up being his next door neighbor.
Which was like,
God.
So perfect.
Yeah, there was one funny part where like he's proofreading a storyboard. Like, I'll just send it. I need to send it to my boss, but he's like too embarrassed to like just like give it to him. Yeah, next door. So he like faxes it to him from like the next apartment, and then he just like yells at him through the wall. He's like, "Just bring it over. I'm right here."
And then the kid's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna stick it through the mail slot. I don't want to have to deal with him." And the guy opens the door and like rams the door into his head as he's trying to fit this stupid storyboard through the mail slot.
Of course,
he's just like, he's going out of his way to make things more difficult for himself than
I'm seeing that
to be in general.
He's embarrassed.
Well, fair enough, but it's like, if you're actually a jaded adult, wouldn't you fix it like a jaded adult?
No, he's still a child at heart.
Well, I guess so. I guess that's the moral of the story that we're supposed to learn. I don't know, like, even, so, the intro's not bad, but I feel like the end image for the intro just kind of, like, sums up how I feel like this is gonna go. It's a picture of, like, it's a picture of, like, old dude with his head against young dude's head, like,
like, on top.
Pose. Yeah, and young dude has, like, not really a smile. Like, it kind of looks like he's frowning. He's not happy, guys. But, like, old dude is, like, first he's all serious, and then he, like, gets this smirk on his face. So I'm just like, is this just gonna end up in heartbreak for the young kid because he fucked up when he was in high school? Like, that's not cool.
Oh, God.
This just feels like Shonen-ai to me.
Yeah,
I did pay attention in the intro a bit. So their eyes look a little weird. Also, their heads are kind of small.
Yeah.
Their hands aren't huge, but their hands are definitely like bigger than normal.
Maybe. Well, like Becca and I were saying previously, you know,
they're like,
who was it? Someone asked, "Why is there always such large hands in Shonen-ai?"
Well, I was like, I don't know why that's such a common thing.
And I was like, well, you know what they say about big hands and feet, Veda?
Yeah.
Because you gotta check the prostate now and then.
Yeah.
And they gotta have long, dexterous fingers to do it. Like alien
They're in
hands.
boy love, so they gotta help each other out and stay healthy.
Yeah.
Obviously.
That's what it's
you need
Seriously.
to be like a doctor to do a prostate exam, right?
No, you don't.
Well, I guess.
Like, I guess drawing any conclusions besides, yep, it's there, you need to be a doctor.
Yep, it's there.
But you don't need to be a doctor to examine someone's prostate.
Okay, I was talking about like an actual prostate like exam.
Oh, okay.
I know like anyone can stick a finger up a butthole, okay?
If someone offers you a free prostate exam and it's not in the doctor's office, maybe turn it down.
You think?
Depending on what your relationship with that person is.
Yeah. If you don't know them, definitely turn it down. But, see, it was the eyes that really bugged me. Like, the heads were fine.
I think the eyes are definitely the most, like...
Are they just, like, really small or weirdly drawn or what?
They're weirdly colored. Like,
okay.
They don't have pupils, they just have darker color in the middle with lighter color outside. Shiki actually has, like, comparable eyes.
Right.
It just really bugs me, because I'm like, where's the fucking pupil? Like, just put a pupil in! God damn it.
No, it's more artsy this way.
Well, fair enough. It's probably more romantic and softer.
Better to see the gradient.
Actually, yeah, that's probably...
I will say it is done in, like, a lot of pastels and, like, light neutrals and stuff like that, so...
Yeah, I'm not, like... I wasn't the biggest fan of the color and the anime, but... I think that's just personal.
Yeah, it was nice and soft for, like, what the story's probably going to be. It's not like, dare I say it, Super Lovers where they assault you with so much color.
Mm-hmm.
And Canadian dollar bills.
Yeah.
Dollar bills.
It's a $5 bill even. So...
That was impressive.
Like, visually it looks good overall. It just... The eyes are really weird, and, like, it has the Shonen-ai look to it.
Yeah.
So all the boys are super skinny and super fashionable, and they all have short hair that covers their eyes so they can be dramatic when they need to.
Right.
Just their eyes look weird.
What did you think of, like, the non-romantic parts, like the parts where they're, like, interacting with the other manga artists and, like, learning... He's, like, learning his new job and stuff.
Well, I'm curious because of the intro if the other manga artists don't get dragged into it somehow. But
Yeah, same.
I did really enjoy like the aspect of them working in a manga, the company that does manga.
Cool.
Yeah, that was neat. My computer's acting weird. Yeah, I liked that part. That was interesting. Just not enough weird rapey assault, I guess. That's what I'm missing. Yeah.
Really?
Okay, maybe you should watch Diabolic Lovers.
No, I'm good.
No,
I really thought about it.
That's just full of rapey assault.
I really thought about it. Then I was like, no, I'm not that low.
Oh, you actually considered it?
Well, yeah, for like a split second, because you gotta know what everyone's being upset about.
Yeah, man, I thought about it too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like when everyone raved about Madoka Magica. I was like, well, now I gotta see what this shit is about.
Mm-hmm.
People say something's that bad. I'm like, well, now I gotta see what this shit is about.
That's fair. I get it.
Yeah. Curiosity.
Oh.
Do you got anything to add, Liam?
Yeah, no, I felt the same way about the manga stuff. Thought it was cool.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, yeah, it wasn't like knowing it was Shonen Ai. I wasn't super surprised when like there's a little bit of like forcey fun time.
Yeah.
So to speak. Not yet.
It felt like it was dealt with more realistically, though.
Yeah,
in that,
yeah, that's the thing. That's the word I was looking for. The whole show is just like realistic.
Yeah,
for an anime.
Like compared to some other shonen eyes, when somebody goes in for the forced kiss and then the other person just gives up immediately. Young dude is like having none of it. The minute his senpai comes in for a kiss, he's just like, "Holy fucking shit! What are you doing? Get off of me!" And he's trying to get away the whole time. So. I found that was interesting.
Different.
Yeah, the synopsis of the show kind of made it sound like it was going to be like that, which would made it sound interesting to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, by like the third episode, it's been revealed that it's his lover from high school.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
that's gonna go down.
He still doesn't want to be kissed, but there's less resisting by then, but still enough resisting for plot.
He's still a jaded adult with no intention to love anything ever again.
He's playing hard
like,
to get.
Yeah, I totally have a girlfriend.
Yeah, that part was really... Look me in the eye and say that. I have a girlfriend. Liar. Smooches.
I like your version, Becca.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write my own shonen ai, and that's just gonna be the entire script.
Do
it. Yeah, you should do it.
No,
so
I
is that
like
It'll just be like, kiss me. No, I'm gonna kiss you anyways, and then mouth noises.
Smooch, smooch, smooch. No, I cannot tolerate our love. Our love shall not be.
Too bad.
Cries. More
God.
smooches. Weird mouth noises.
Okie
Prostate exam. Okay. Final thoughts?
Yeah, do you have any final thoughts?
I don't think I'm gonna watch anymore, but that's more just because it's not my genre. Like I've said in many episodes before, I'm more of a sci-fi fantasy guy.
Yeah.
I'm with you there.
I get you.
Yeah. I feel like I've made my feelings clear. Although, like, if I have nothing better to watch one day, I might check out a couple more episodes. I don't know.
Cool.
That's probably not, though. Like, 90% not.
Yeah, that's also fair.
Yeah.
But like overall, it wasn't your thing, but it also wasn't terrible. Right?
No, it wasn't bad at all. I can definitely see why people like this.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just like a little more trash on my romance.
Fair enough.
Everybody's got their thing.
At least you're honest.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. Good old honest Becca.
Yay.
Yeah.
Telling it like it is.
Tell us about your bad anime.
Okay, so me and Leah watched the bad anime, which is called Marginal Prince Gekeiju no Oji Tachi. So Yuta studies abroad on a tiny island far away in the Pacific Ocean named Alfonso, where he enters the all-male dorm Alfonso Gakuen. This description is awful. However, the school is really a place for children of the famous, and the school specializes in classes on empires and alchemy, which they never display in the first couple episodes.
It makes so much sense already.
Did anyone else just have a flashback to Good Charlotte's Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous?
Oh no.
I don't know what year was this anime made.
Anyway, and one day, after studying enough at the school, the students become known as marginal princes. Yay!
Woo! Name drop.
So this anime was made in 2006, if you're wondering. Leah, do you want to give me your initial impression of this show? I know.
So boring. Like, okay, so when you said we were going to do Shonen Ai, I was like, oh dear God. Because, not because it's boy love, couldn't care less. It's just that I know that it's, like, the rest of you, it's not our genre, because it's usually really, like, over the top and very, like, you know,
oh my God,
exuberant and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was expecting to be watching something, like, obnoxious and really, like, oh, senpai, you know what I mean?
Senpai doesn't love me.
I wish that's what it was, because I was so bored. I had to rewatch the third episode almost 3 times.
Oh
my God.
Like,
you just fall asleep? Or?
Falling asleep, or just glazing over. Like, I had to just, like, go back and, like, scan through it again, because I was just like, what happened? I don't even know.
I don't blame you.
It was brutal.
I know.
Those are my initial thoughts.
Right. I agree with you completely. But, like, very first thing I noticed when I turned this show on was how sad it looks. Just technically. Like, it's just really poorly animated, and, like, the character designs are not good, and
it's just really plain, and, like...
Yeah, the colors are really muted. And flat, so, like, nothing really jumps out at you. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe this anime is, like, came out in, like, 2000, right? Kind of old. It came out in 2006, and I'm like, okay, well, what else came out that year? Do you want to know what else came out that year? Okay, so you got Code Geass, Erica Proxy, Hell Girl, Ghost Hunt, Erica 7, Blood Plus. I was like, all of these amazing looking shows came out in 2006. This show has no excuse to look so shitty.
Even if it got a lower budget, it's just so flat.
Sometimes you gotta mix some shit in with the good stuff, though, to make the good stuff look really good.
I know, but that stuff looked really good before I knew about this show.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I'm looking it up right now to see what it looks like.
I wrote a note, I was like, all the character designs look so plain. You know those, like, really awful how to draw manga books?
Yeah.
That's what all the characters
look like. Oh my God,
like.
you're so right!
Yeah, right?
That's exactly what it looks like.
They've got, like, the multicolored hair going on, so you can, like, tell them apart, and, like,
but again,
that's their
also
personality.
Flat.
Yeah,
in my defense, like, I use that color-coded hair most times.
That's okay.
I like blue hair guys.
No, but see, theirs doesn't even really, like, suit them.
No, it's just sort of
there's no depth to their hair. It's like, well, we're gonna use this as a differentiating color, and that's it.
I just found
not to add to the character at all.
Yeah, it just everything looks really boring, and like that doesn't help when the show itself is also
terribly boring.
Because then everything just makes you fall asleep while you're watching it. Yeah,
and
that was the first thing I noticed.
Yeah, the second thing I noticed is I ended up seeing one of the comments on the video before I actually watched it, and I wish I didn't, because my reaction probably would have been more priceless, where at the end of the first episode, all of a sudden the guy breaks out into, like, a song.
Yeah.
Like a really melancholy, sad song. So, okay.
In each episode,
I just want to point out, reading the comments is a Veda move.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Jack Veda style.
No, it's because the site I was watching on had the comments on the side.
Oh, okay.
And I just kind of saw one, and that happened to be
I go out of my way to look at them. I always scroll down, because the one I watch is on has it underneath. I don't know. I hate myself. I like reading comments.
I'll read them, but usually I'll wait until, like, afterwards, so I don't kind of I can go in with my own opinion first. But yeah. So basically, the first 2 episodes is the main character is showing up to this school or whatever on this island, and basically there's this huge portrait of this kingly looking guy, whatever. I don't even know who the fuck he is. Anyway, he wears
the green haired dude's, like, grandfather. Or something?
I don't know. Anyway, but there's this huge grand painting of him in, like, the main hall, and he's got an actual, like, real ruby that's, like, placed in the painting in the crown.
That made no sense to me.
Yeah,
I was like, why is it in a painting?
I don't know. Anyway, the first 2 episodes is, like, the ruby goes missing, so they accuse the new guy of doing it, so because they expel him.
But, like, that's the thing that bothered me, too. Like, it's a school full of, like, God knows how many children, and they blame the, like, one new guy who showed up that day. And it's like, you have no grounds to blame this guy.
But aren't all those children super rich and famous? They have no use for a ruby. It's obviously the new pleb.
Oh, I guess. I think they did kind of mention that, too. They were like, no one steals here because we're all fucking rich.
Yeah, I don't know, but...
Except for that sociopath, Johnny, who steals everything that isn't nailed down. I'm gonna shut up now.
Yeah. That's okay.
But yeah, so the main character, who his grandfather is who the painting is of, at the end of the first episode, sings this really, like, melancholy kind of song out in the forest around the school, and it's raining, and his shirt's all clinging to him, and, like, it's just, like, out of nowhere. I'm like, why is there singing?
Like, all of a sudden, the background music just kind of, like, hints that he's gonna sing, and I was like, he's not gonna sing. And then he started singing, and I was like, well, okay. And, like, but that's the thing, it only happens that one time in that episode, and then, like, it happens again in the next episode, but only once. And then in the third episode, it also happens, but that time it's, like, a band playing the song.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, they don't explain why they just break out into song once an episode.
So it's like anime Glee?
Kind of. But, like, a shitty version. Like, really, really shitty.
I think what, like, bugged me the most about this show, is, I don't know, when I think Shonen I think, like, okay, I'm about to meet a bunch of, like, character stereotypes, and that's fine, because I'm gonna love at least one of them and be like, oh, I like him. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like any of them. None of them are appealing. None of them are anything to, like, fantasize about or, like, enjoy or anything like that.
They're also all assholes.
Yeah, and there's not any actual, like, quote-unquote, like, boy love going on or anything. There's a little teeny bit between the main character and
the green-haired dude.
And the green-haired guy who's, like, again, he's the grandson of the painting guy. Like, you can kind of tell that's where the romance is going to come in, but it's, like, so minimal. I'm just, like, I don't know.
It's, like they didn't do anything in the first 3 episodes that didn't, like, was really kind of gearing towards their romance, even. They just, like, they had a couple scenes where...
A little bit of face touching.
Yeah, that was
face
weird.
touching.
He, like, came in from doing something, and he was gonna hand, like... Okay, so he finds the ruby that got stolen and proves it wasn't him that stole it. And it was actually a bird, and the rest of them are fucking morons. And like, I was like, hey, you're rich kids and you live in a rich school. Does no one have a security camera that watches this painting with your priceless ass ruby? No? Fine. But anyway, so they prove this wrong, and he's like, no, it's a bird. And they're like, oh, we're dumb. We thought it was a human. Derp. Anyway, so he comes in and he gives it to the kid, and like, it looks like he's gonna grab the ruby, but instead he, like, cups his hand on the kid's face, and they just stand there for a minute. I was like,
because he's the only one who knew who believed in him, and they didn't take the ruby the whole time. And, like, I did, like, why was it even such a big deal? Like, oh my god, like, they bring back this, like, replacement, like, sapphire to put where the ruby used to be, and, like, the guy's all, like, sad over it, and, like, I was like, because the ruby used to be, ruby, it used to be the color of my mother's eyes, and, like, whatever, and I'm just like, fuck.
Some sort of sentimental shit between the kid and his mom, and I guess his mom's probably dead or some shit like that.
I'm gonna assume that.
The way they had that, like, sepia-toned flashback, it's just like, well, she's probably dead. Yay. This is a great setup. I love it.
Good noise there.
It's not very often Leah gets this angry about things.
No. You know what? When I was watching it, I didn't even feel this way. I was, like, bored and was like, oh my god, kill me. But now I'm just like, really oh my god, kill in a show.
You're welcome. So, like, the first 2 episodes are focused on this fucking Ruby plot.
It's so bad.
And it's like, this didn't need 2 episodes. And then the 3rd episode, they focus on, like, the annoying actor kid who, like, has
Red.
a stick up his ass. Yeah.
His name is literally Red, and I'm like, Red Foreman? No.
Well, his nickname is Red. He has, like, I don't know.
It's literally about how he's, like, used to be a child actor, and now he's, like, all washed up and not in the industry anymore, and whatever. And then,
but then, like, the main character's, like,
and then I remember the end, he's playing in a band, and I don't know. That was the one I had to watch, like, 3 times, and then he's still just, like...
The whole thing ends up with, like, the main character is, like, a big fan of his child, like, movies. So then he keeps pestering him, but that makes him angry, so he's all like, ugh, and then he gets really mad anytime anyone brings up his, like, childhood acting past, because he, like, can't get into acting now. But his dad's, like, a big producer, and I don't know, there was some weird shit going on. Anyway, basically every episode just sort of happens, and it's like one of these, I can predict how it's gonna go. It's like one of the pretty dudes is gonna have a problem with something, and then the main character is gonna come over and be like, I'm cute and happy, and then the problem's gonna be fixed, and then someone's gonna sing a song, and then the episode's gonna end. That's how the first 3 episodes went.
You know, I really like the singing part, though. I like hearing about that.
No, but it was
not
so
good singing.
Yeah, it's not even a good song, and it was so out of place, and it was just...
I don't care. I feel like I would have loved this.
No, God. You would have hated it.
It's hard to watch.
It's bad.
But they're singing.
No, but in the last 30 seconds of the first episode, you have to get through hell that seems like it's 30 hours beforehand.
Yeah.
I feel like you're just challenging me to hate it, and I'm gonna watch it and love it.
Right, go watch it then. Tell me
what
you think.
I don't want to. No.
Yeah, no. Nothing about this show is very good. Oh, no. At one point though, because the movie that the actor kid was in when he was younger was called Colin and Jimmy, and there's this whole thing where he has a script and he tries to throw it out, and then the main character brings it to him, and then he gets all sentimental about it. And anyway, so they have a shot of him getting this script. It was alright. It was cute, but the whole anime is just done so sadly that you just don't feel anything for it. So he hands him the script, and I was like, oh, because sometimes I read the stuff if people hand people papers that are in English in anime, so I'm like, oh, what does that say?
Oh, yeah, I definitely do that, too.
And I, scroll down, and so it's like, oh, script for Colin and Jimmy, directed by G.W. Bush. I just lost it.
Oh, man, I wish I was paying more attention for that, because I did not see that.
I didn't know George Bush was a director.
Solid reference.
That was the best part of the whole anime.
Whoever was animating it, it's like, quick, what's a white person name?
George W. Bush.
George W. Bush. Oh god, I mean it was 2006.
Oh man, I wish I would have seen that.
That's wonderful.
Funny.
That's great.
That was my favorite part. I laughed a lot. Yeah. But yeah, what else can I say about this show?
I don't have a whole lot more to say. It was boring as hell.
It was though.
Nothing. If you like Shonen, don't even watch this because it doesn't even count to me. It's just like a shitty slice of life with some.
Well, I'm just I don't know where the Shonen is going to come in.
They're not even cute
some
or handsome
drawn
or anything.
Animated boys that can be cute in your mind if you want them to be.
No,
but they're not even cute. They're not cute in the way they look, and they're not
so
cute
generic
in the way they act because they're all one note and boring.
Guys, throw me a lifeline here.
Even when you watch shows and it's
Becca just needs an excuse to watch it.
They're obviously very tsundere, and you're like, whatever, that's fine.
Oh,
they're still a kind of dynamic tsundere or something like that. No, these guys are all just
useless.
Yeah.
Done.
A bit.
Oh boy. It has a 4.6 on IMDb.
It has a low rating. Yeah, it has a 6 point something on my anime list. Yeah, it has a 6.06.
Oh, wow. So generous sometimes.
Hey, that's really low for Mal, though.
I guess so, but...
Honestly, when I was watching it, though, I just... Something about this anime just kind of made me feel bad for it. The whole time I was watching it, I was like, this is just... Because it's it's bad, but it's bad in a kind of harmless way. Where, nothing really awful is happening. It's harmless because
it's boring.
Yeah, and I'm well, there's no, no one's gonna rape somebody suddenly. That's not gonna happen in the show. It's just, and I'm just oh, people put, effort into this show, but, not enough, and it's just, it fails in such a sad way. It doesn't fail in, an explosive way, something like School Days does, where it's just, holy fuck. It's just, sad. You just watch it and you feel bad about it. You're just why does someone have to go through this?
I don't think anything shown in I necessarily, you don't have to have that, rapey undertone or anything really, crazy like that.
I was just using it as, an example.
But no, I agree. Because, once, like I said, even watching it, I didn't feel as strongly as I just did talking about it. But I think that's because I was just why did I have to watch that? But I get what you're saying. It's just, there wasn't really a whole lot of effort there. It was, really generic. It's well, we kind of have all the components you need for an anime, so I guess we're good.
Yeah, but it fails at delivering every single one of them. Everything is just bad. Like, the animation is really janky kind of at times, and like they move, the lip flaps are even poorly animated, and like everything it looks bad. Are you okay?
I'm sorry.
I just imagine like them actually flapping mouths.
Becca and I are on the same page today.
That's what it is, though. They're lip flaps.
It's like, what the fuck is that guy's name from Inuyasha? It's always just Shomaru.
Oh my gosh, I know what you're talking about.
Jokin.
Yes!
No, it's the Shomaru!
Yeah.
Actually, it's right. No, it's the Shomaru!
That was great. Anyway. But yeah, it's just like, it's poorly animated, it looks shitty, the sound is like, the music is bad, and the singing is bad. The intro and outro are also completely forgettable and also terrible, and it sounds like they were done by the same person. If they weren't, then it's just bad. Nothing about it is interesting.
What if I told you that this anime was made just to promote a boy group in Japan?
I wouldn't be surprised. I know it's based off of a game.
I made it up, so it's not true. But that would be
I was gonna be like,
good.
oh dear.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, but Becca, Veda picked these.
No.
No, it was based off of a yaoi game aimed at girls.
See,
but I was reading something that said they like
because you know it's very like
here's the men, pick one.
Yeah, exactly. And like, you know, they only need to have a few little spiels to say so you can pick who you want and whatever. Yeah. Like that would make sense to me.
Yeah.
Didn't translate necessarily very well into the anime because I could see that because to me it's almost like they literally just took the game content and put it into the anime, which isn't enough. You know?
But that's the thing, I was reading something and it said like they toned down the yaoi so much from the game because it was too like hardcore to put in a TV show. That they wanted to like aim at a broader audience, obviously.
Oh, so they just took too much out.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I could definitely see that, I think, with this show. I guess listeners go play the game?
I guess if it's still around, I have no idea. I don't know that much about it, but yeah. That was, would you keep watching it?
No. No, I would not.
Okay, well, we have to ask.
So shocked. Yeah, I had to ask. I just needed to know.
Veda, would you watch it? Would you watch more?
No. I can't watch any more of it. It's just too sad.
Aww.
And not in like a, oh no, I'm crying in a good way. Like, oh god, when is this going to be over?
This is so bad.
This is just depressing in how bad it is. Someone had to work on this. Oh my god.
Somebody paid money to make this a real thing.
Yeah, someone paid money to watch this.
It's like Diabolical Lovers. 2 solid weeks in a row.
Dun dun.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, so that was the Shonen Ai.
Heard it here first, weebs.
So we're not doing the marbles today.
No, we'll do
because
son of a bitch, you guys! I was actually prepared for once. Sorry, this just hit me. I just realized this.
I'm sorry.
You know what?
Oh my god, you guys! For once, the one time I'm not like, while they're talking about this anime, I'm gonna look up what they're gonna watch. No, I was prepared. The tabs are up and everything with descriptions. I found good descriptions.
Do you want to do marble draws and then we'll just skip it next week?
Yes.
Okay. This gives everyone plenty of time to watch what they need to watch.
That's true. But like, just for the listeners, next week is our special episode, so stay tuned for that.
You're stuck with me, you poor bastards.
That will happen before this poll that we're doing.
Although I just had a great idea, so maybe it won't be as bad as it could be.
Oh.
Ooh, we'll talk about it after.
You just spent an episode talking about how much you like to watch trash, so...
Yeah, that's true.
We'll talk about it later.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
So there's 2 possible good animes to pick this time around. It depends who gets
what.
Watch what.
Alright.
Nice.
Who wants to go first? Can I go first? I never go first.
You can go first. Sure. I suppose that's okay.
Fuck my life. I got the red marble.
Nice.
Which I was gonna volunteer to watch the bad anime, but not like this.
That's okay.
Fuck. You know, Veda's been watching a lot of bad anime recently.
It's okay, you can still pick me.
So it would be a huge dick move to pick Veda.
No, it's okay. I talked to Leah. It's okay if you pick me.
Well, it doesn't matter now because if I watch the good one, I can't pick the one good one anyway.
Oh, okay.
Basically, Veda and I have seen one of my good choices.
Yep.
So it was going to depend. I can keep it for later.
I'm probably going to throw a wrench in things, and I'm going to drag Leah to the bottom just because I feel like I haven't talked to you for a while.
That's fair.
Probably last week.
I'm sad we're not watching the good one, because the good one looks like it'll be good.
Well, maybe,
cool.
maybe the bad one will be good.
Okay. Alright. And I don't think so, Becca.
Rock and roll.
Got pretty bad reviews. But...
Lay it on us.
No.
Alright, do you want the good one or the bad one first?
Good first.
Good first. Okay. Yay. Okay. The good one is Arslan Senki. Okay. So
I don't think I've heard
any bells.
This. Nope.
Alright.
What's
It's
the
from,
theme
what year is it from? Okay, so the themes are historical, fantasy, adventure animes. Okay.
I like some fantasy and adventure.
I know.
Me too.
I've been kind this week. All right.
Thank you.
So you're welcome. The year is 320 under the rule of the belligerent king Andragar. Blah blah blah. It's not Japanese. It's not English. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Andragoras.
Thank you.
I think that's what it is.
Do you have the description up?
Yeah.
Anyway,
I wanted to look at it.
The year is 320 under the rule of belligerent king Andragoras III. The prosperous kingdom of Paris is at war with the neighboring empire. Lustiania. Wow. Okay. Anyway, just excuse me. Though different from his father in many aspects, the kind young Prince Arslan sets out to prove his valor on the battlefield for the very first time. However, when the king is betrayed by one of his most trusted officials, the Parisian army is decimated and the capital city of Ecbatana is sieged. Okay, don't know who they are. With the army in shambles and Lustianans, whatever, out for his head, Arslan is forced to go on the run. With the respectful general by his side, the loyal Darun, Arslan soon sets off on a journey in search of allies that will help him take back his home. And there's more to it, but I'm not going to read it because I already massacred that description.
It's okay. It's fantasy names.
Yeah.
No one ever knows how to say them.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like fun.
Mm-hmm. And the animation's really pretty. It looks a lot like Brotherhood.
Oh, sweet.
Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of sad I'm not watching that one, but that's fine. You guys can tell me how it is, and then maybe I'll try it.
Sink down to the bottom with me.
All right, Becca.
Yeah?
The bad anime is Divine Gate. The living heavens and underworld becoming connected after Divine Gate is open, ushering in an era of chaos where desires and conflict intersect. Only when the World Council is formed, peace and order is restored, and the Divine Gate becomes an urban legend. In that world, boys and girls deemed fit by the World Council are gathered, who aim to reach the gate for their personal objectives. Those who reach the gate can remake the world, even the past or future.
Sounds like the Hunger Games.
That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah.
It's based on a video game. It's gonna suck.
Yeah, it's only got it's got a 5.9 on Mal.
Oh, shit.
Solid shitty score.
Yeah.
So nice.
It's quite low.
Mm-hmm.
The game looks, it looks better than I expect.
The art looks colorful.
Very colorful.
I do like color.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, so that'll be 2 weeks from now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. It does look like Brotherhood.
Doesn't it? It's so pretty, though. It looks really good. I'm jealous.
Cool.
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
it's got a 7.89 from Mal.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, solid.
Alright.
Cool.
So,
anything else we gotta talk about?
Nope.
Special episode next week.
When you said fantasy adventure, I was worried you were gonna pick Berserk because I've been saving that one for one of mine.
I have that on my list too. I'll give it to you, Liam.
Eventually.
Okay. I've always wanted to watch that one, so hopefully I get to watch
the
that
new
too.
Berserk or the old Berserk?
I don't really remember, to be honest.
The new Berserk is getting
That's why I'm saving it.
Bad reviews. Like the animation's not.
Well, because we can do an episode where we do.
Oh, then maybe it's not the show.
Where we do the old and the new Berserk.
That would probably be a good way to do it. Yeah.
My idea. Don't steal it.
I said you can have it, Liam.
I know.
Although I definitely put it on my list of things I was going to throw.
I'm sad that Becca and Liam aren't watching the good anime because I wanted you to watch some good old fantasy shoujo.
Yeah.
Fantasy shoujo?
Well,
shoujo, that's right.
We had to give Veda a break because
I know
it's been a while.
Aww.
And
thank you.
Yeah, thinking about you.
I don't remember the last time I watched a good anime.
It's true. I know, I texted Veda because she had seen the one that I wanted to pick too, and I'm like, oh, like, I want this one to be watched this week, but, like, you've seen it already.
What was the other one?
I'm not telling you.
Why not?
Because I might use it one day.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, the last good anime I watched was Assassination Classroom.
Wow, that was a while ago.
But yeah, that's what I was saying to her when I texted her. I was like, I can't make you, like, you can't watch the bad one again.
I was like, that's fine.
Holy shit, that's a long time ago.
It was a while ago.
Veda,
I don't know what happened.
How have you not made any noise about this?
I don't know. I honestly didn't realize it until last week, and then I was like, wait a minute.
You've just been enjoying this shitty anime too much.
I have, yeah.
Oh,
sure. I get to yell a lot. It's fun.
Well, now you get a break. For at least a week.
Yeah, there we go. Until next week when someone's like, I'm taking you with me.
Well, I mean, next week is the special episode, and I had a pretty evil idea, so...
So we'll all watch something shitty, but... Anyway, I think that's
Tune in
about
next
it.
week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Surprise.
We're on Facebook, we're on Podbean, we're on iTunes. Feel free to leave us...
We are newly on YouTube.
We're on YouTube.
We've got episode up.
Yeah.
A episode.
Yeah.
A single glorious episode.
From a year ago.
Maybe there will be more when this comes out.
Hey, maybe. You never know.
Yeah.
We got a couple weeks lead. I was gonna say something else about... No, it's gone. Oh, no. Leave us reviews, comments, something. I don't know.
Talk to us.
There's at least 18 of you that are still listening to us, so,
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So wonderful. Beautiful
Love you
listeners.
guys.
Beautiful, delicious listeners. And that's all I got. Anybody else got anything?
Nope.
Nah.
Cool.
Good night, fellow weebs.
I mean,
go to our Facebook page, check out the video we posted, Sleeping with Hinoka or whatever. And just, sweet dreams from there.
If it's not nighttime for you when you listen to this, just
take a nap.
Take a nap, yeah.
Day.
20-minute nap with Hinoka?
I don't remember what her name is.
I think something like that.
With a creepy anime chick.
Good night for real listeners.
Bye.
We love you.